The SSG heavy-duty two-stage air cleaner is designed for the severe dust conditions encountered in off-highway applications such as mining and construction. The SSG air cleaner with Donaldson radial seal technology is a replacement for the older axial seal style SRG series. Like the SRG, this newer design features low restriction, so the engine receives a high volume of air. Exclusive radial seal sealing technology means greater reliability and easier servicing. This is because the filter is self-centering and self-aligning. Another design improvement is that the access cover for the filter servicing now has quick-release cover latches and a chain. This connects the air cleaner service cover to the housing. Here are the service steps. Step 1. Measure the restriction. Measure the restriction of the air cleaner with a Donaldson filter service indicator, service gauge, or a water manometer. Use the restriction tap provided on the air cleaner or at the transfer pipe. Replace the filter only when the restriction level has reached the maximum recommended by the engine or equipment manufacturer. Restriction indicators mounted on the air cleaner system are recommended for keeping an eye on restriction levels and indicating when servicing is due. For testing of initial restriction and confirming remaining filter life, we recommend the greater accuracy of a clock-type restriction gauge or water manometer. For more on Donaldson restriction indicators and measuring tools, see Module A18. Step 2. Empty the dust cup. Shut off the engine. The dust cup should be emptied when it is 2/3 full. Frequency of dust cup service varies with dust severity. On dust cups with evacuator valve, dust cup service is minimal. Just check the evacuator valve to see that it is not inverted, damaged, or plugged. If it looks like any of these pictures, replace it immediately. When reinstalling the dust cup, be sure it seals properly 360 degrees around the air cleaner body. The optional Donaldson Dust Dumper Tube extension is available for the SSG. The Dust Dumpa's rubber connector vibrates during vehicle operation when installed on dust cups on the lower assembly. With the assistance of gravity, this provides improved evacuation of pre-cleaned dust from the air cleaner. The Dust Dumpa's transparency allows visual dust collection inspection instead of the less safe manual checking of the dust cups. Step 3. Inspect the Donaldson tubes. Next, check the Donaldson tubes visually. Generally, the tubes are self-cleaning and need no service, but under unusual circumstances, plugging can occur. In those circumstances, cleaning with a stiff brush may be required. Never clean Donaldson tubes with compressed air unless both the primary and safety filters are properly fitted in place. Do not steam clean Donaldson tubes. Step 4. Remove primary filter and visually inspect the safety filter. When the restriction indicates that filter service is required, unfasten or unlatch the filter service cover. Because the filter fits tightly over the outlet tube, there will be some initial resistance as you remove the old filter, similar to breaking the seal on a jar. Grasp the filter service handle and pull the filter out. Gently move the filter from side to side to break the seal, but avoid knocking the filter against the housing during removal. Visually check the safety filter for damage and replace if damaged, but do not remove it unless a change-out is necessary. You should replace the safety filter every 3 primary filter changes. Also verify that the safety filter is properly seated in the housing. If the safety filter is removed and the new filter is not to be installed immediately, be sure to cover the sealed tube with a cloth or the housing cover. Wipe the interior with a clean, damp cloth. Step 5. Inspect and install the new filter. Check the new filter carefully paying attention to the inside of the open end, which is the sealing area. Be sure to never install a filter damaged through handling or shipping. A new Donaldson radial seal filter often has a dry lubricant on the seal to aid installation, so take care not to wipe this off. If you are servicing the safety filter, it should be seated into position before installing the primary filter. Insert the new filter carefully by hand, making certain it is completely seated into the air cleaner housing. The critical sealing area will compress slightly, adjust itself, and distribute the sealing pressure evenly. Avoid pushing on the center of the filter end cap. Instead, to complete a tight seal, apply pressure by hand at the outer rim of the filter. Also note that no cover pressure is required to hold the seal, so be sure never to use the service cover to push the filter into place. Using the cover to push the filter into place could cause damage to the housing or the cover fasteners and will void the warranty. Check the cover gasket and replace it if it is damaged or does not seal properly. If the service cover makes contact with the filter before the cover is fully in place, remove the cover. Push the filter by hand further into the air cleaner and try again. The cover should go on with no extra force. Once the filter is in place, secure the service cover and reset the service indicator. Step 6. Inspect the air cleaner system. Finally, inspect and tighten all air cleaner system hoses, tubing, and connections. If there are holes or damage, replace immediately. To conclude our training module, let's summarize the service steps presented. Check the filter service indicator. Empty the dust cup, check the dust cup seal, and if equipped, check the quick release cup seal. Check the vacuator valve. Inspect the pre-cleaner or pre-cleaner tubes. Remove the service cover if applicable, and then remove the used primary filter. Visually inspect the safety filter. If not servicing the safety filter, do not remove to inspect. If servicing the safety filter, remove and inspect. Clean the inside of the filter housing with a damp cloth. Install the safety filter if applicable, and then install the primary filter. Check the entire air system for worn or loose components. This servicing information is provided as a best practices guide. It is not, however, intended to replace or supersede the service instructions supplied by your engine or vehicle manufacturer.